Howdy, folks. Howie here. I finished up a book, 5-issue series called Savage Avengers. It's a cool team. What we've got is, well, right now it's a new series, relatively new. It's about a year old. The Savage Avengers is up to issue 13 right now. This is issues 1 through 5. And I liked it a lot. I'm going to be picking up everything to 13 and adding it to my pull list. It was really fun. Unless it really gets stinky. Somehow, well, some wizard in the Savage Land. I don't know if you know the Savage Land. It's kind of a land of the lost type of place where dinosaurs live, and no one knows how to get there. You just kind of get there, except some people know how to get there. But whatever, it's where Kazar lives. And it's just that land in the center of the earth, the land, whatever, the dinosaur land that's in all kinds of stories. And somehow this wizard brought together Brother Voodoo, the Punisher, Elektra, Venom, Wolverine, and Conan. What a strange group. They brought Conan from the past to now. I guess the way they got the Punisher in there was they have his family. Now, if you know the Punisher, his family's dead, and at the end, he gets his family back, but they're coffins. They took coffins. So that was kind of an interesting twist at the end. I guess I spoiled it. Not really, because that's not even the story. That's just a twist. I guess the weak link is Brother. I don't really care about Brother Voodoo. He's good in it because he has to perform some really rough magic. Stuff that actually hurts him to do it. So that was kind of neat that he had to do it. Venom was okay in it. I don't really know who the Venom was. He was just kind of the symbiote. You didn't really catch that it was Eddie Brock, so I don't know what the deal was, but he was okay. Elektra was quite fun. Conan was enamored with her. And Punisher was really cool. He's the Punisher. And the best was the banter between Wolverine and Conan. Conan really didn't care for anybody but Wolverine. He really liked Wolverine. Because he liked Wolverine's, what he called them were sneak blades. And he wants to get a set of sneak blades himself, which are Wolverine's claws coming out of his hand. He kept calling them the sneak blades, the man with the sneak. And when Conan introduces himself, he calls him Conan of Cimmeria, which is where he's from. And then Wolverine just says, I'm Logan from Pabst. And then every time Logan says, we fight for Pabst, and they go into battle, and Wolverine's just like, whatever, guy's weird. It was a weird book. And the first 5 issues, actually not the best. What was the best was the group, and the group getting together in the end to be a team. I thought the actual, it was a D&D story. Each one was brought for a reason. They're trying to do a spell. The wizard's trying to do a spell, and he needs each one, and the bloods, and And it was the story served its purpose. It got them together. That's really about it. And it worked. The story was okay, but them is what's great, and it ends with them all going home. This was the part I really liked, and when I saw what the next issue is, that's why I want to read it so bad. They're all going home, and Elektra had a way. Someone was transporting all of them home. Well, Conan and Punisher were leery of the sorcerer that would transport them all home. Sorcery, I guess you should say. They didn't want to do it. They wanted to walk home from the Savage Land. I don't even know if that's possible, but they wanted to. And so it ends with you seeing these 4 getting teleported, transport, whatever, away, and Conan and the Punisher each with like a rope and a coffin behind them as they're dragging them along the ground talking. And supposedly in issue 6, we learn that the story's about them walking home. I got to read it. It sounds so fun. The Punisher's a devout atheist, but he's very interested in this god Crom, is what they said, as him and Conan talk on their way. That sounds like a fun comic for me to read. Conan trying to teach him what Crom is. if you know, I mean, this is a real comic lovers comic because it's some. I wouldn't call them obscure characters, but they're not mainstream. They're not. It's not Iron Man, Captain America, and Spider Man teaming up. You know what I mean? It's not the movie stuff. Even though they've all been in movies. Well, Brother Voodoo has been. Well, was he? He's mentioned in Doctor Strange. I guess that counts. Anyways, I dug this book. I'm going to read the rest of these. The series. I don't know if I recommend it as a must go out and get it. But if the team intrigues you, go for it. It's certainly fun to see them working together and fighting, and they're the Savage Avengers. It's just brutal, and I mean these are fighters, all of them. They're not the strategists and the scientists, and they're all just the gritty, dirty, kick them in the ball level heroes. So that's what's really fun. So if that's what you like, I would read it. That's why I read it. Otherwise, it's not going to be a groundbreaker. It's not going to make history. Not going to win any Eisners, nothing like that. I'm also reading Invisible. It's no Invisible. It was just some silliness to read. So, all right. Enjoy yourselves, and that's a little comic talk.